Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to be talking through the Chronological Bible Reading Tracker in both Google Sheets and Excel, and we also have a 365-day printable plan for you too. So if you've already purchased this tracker, thank you so much for your order. And if you've stumbled across this video and you're looking for a good way to read the whole Bible in a year, feel free to check out the comments below. You can purchase the tracker and follow along too. So I have Google Sheets version open. Feel free to also follow along in Excel. And then I am going to be walking through exactly how to print the Bible in a year view as well for you. So the first tab I have open is the reading plan. What's really cool about this is I have everything populated for the books of the Bible all the way through Testament in chronological order for you. So you do not have to populate this yourself. It's already done for you, which is super nice. You're going to see what book of the Bible, the chapters, the biblical era, the author, and whether it's Old or New Testament. So then basically you are going to start in column G through L to populate status, start, finish date, progress, and notes. So let's just do a couple of these for the sake of example. So you can start by populating a start date, a finish date. You'll see that your day is automatically populated. You can type in progress. This is going to be out of 100%. And it'll automatically color code that for you too. And then the notes column is a great way to either write down your favorite takeaway from that section that you read, or it's also a great way to paste scripture in. If you are working on scripture memorization, it's a great way to just write that down and keep it in front of you as well. So then hopping back to status, then you can select completed, or the other options are not started, next in line, and reading. So let's do just a couple more of these just for the sake of example. And then I'll do next in line. And then I'll do just a couple for not started, just so you can kind of see how that populates in other areas of the tracker. So I'm going to hop over to calendar view next. This is actually really cool. So what's nice about this is a great way for you to view your progress in a Gantt chart for a calendar view, as opposed to here, it's just basically plain text for the dates. So here, this automatically populates for you. So you'll see I didn't have to do any duplicate data entry. Book, chapter, status, start, end, and days all populate, and they pull from your reading plan right here. So there's no need to make any edits on this as well. The only things that you can edit on this tab is going to be the first day of your calendar year. So feel free to match this date right here with the date that you started your reading the Bible, essentially. And then the week of the year, what's really cool about this is you can visualize the entire year. And when you change the week of the year to a later number, it'll automatically change your calendar and your Gantt chart here as well, so you can visualize that throughout the year too. So that's the Gantt chart. Hopping over to the dashboard, this also automatically populates for you too. This is really satisfying just to kind of see the books you've completed, the status across the board, Old Testament versus New Testament. It's also going to break down the books, the author, as well as biblical era down here too. And then what's really cool about these are your digital bookshelves for the Bible. So it'll show you what you're currently reading, what's next in line, and then what you haven't started. And again, these automatically populate based on what you're putting in the reading plan tab right here. So the last thing I want to talk through is the 365-day printable plan. I say it's printable because you definitely can print it, but if you want to use a digital version as well, a lot of people like just using it in Google Sheets or Excel, feel free to do that too. It works both ways. What's really cool about this is it takes the chronological reading plan here, but it basically breaks it down to 365 days so you can read the entire chronological plan within a year. So it'll tell you not only the book, but then the chapters of the Bible, and it kind of spaces it out to about 4 to 5 chapters a day across the entire year. It still brings in biblical era, author, Old versus New Testament. And then what's really satisfying about this column is you can either check box if you're using Google Sheets. If you're printing it, you can literally, put a little checkbox with your pen in there as well to get that sense of satisfaction. And then if you're in Excel, you can type an X in there as well to basically check it off that way. And then here I also am leaving area for notes. as well, so you can include, again, scripture or anything else. And again, feel free to expand this column if you need a little bit more space too. I want to show you though how to print it. So in Google Sheets and Excel, you're just going to come to File and you'll click on Print. That is going to automatically default to letter paper size. That's basically just your standard computer paper. And then it's going to usually do normal margins is going to be your default. I recommend narrow, just as long as your printer isn't going to cut anything off. But that's just going to fit a little bit more on your sheet of paper. So then you would come up here and click Next, and then you can click Print. And you'll see that all 365 days are included in here, and there's about 50 days per page, which breaks it out super well too. You can also like zoom in if this is a little bit too tiny for you. You can adjust the margins, you can zoom in a little bit more, or you could even change it to landscape too, and that makes it slightly bigger as well. So that's how to use the printer version too. So that sums up the Chronological Bible Reading Tracker. Again, thank you so much for your order. Thanks for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.